Hey, my name is Hassan and I'm a mechanical engineering major.
My name's Kyle. I'm a criminal justice major.
My name's Annie. I'm majoring in physics.
And my name is Rosalind. I am a communications major, and this is our video called The Faces of Portland State. We interviewed a couple different students and all asked them about how has the challenge of school impacted your learning. And we talked to a lot of different people from different walks of life and different majors and everything. And we all came to the realization that all of us may have different struggles and different majors, but we all are here to get a higher education. And we want to show this to people and raise the awareness that, tuition is a problem for students, and, the cost of living and just the cost of being in college now continues to rise, and that just to raise awareness to the issue and that it is affecting us and that it will continue to affect us unless we cause change.
All right, so how is the challenge of paying for school impacting my learning? I feel as though school is getting highly commodified, and we're expected to achieve some sort of economic benefit from it. So when I go to class, I'm focused on the grades, and I'm focused on doing everything for the sake of paper and for the sake of a resume and for the sake of my long term. And so with these higher prices, it's all a business, and I'm disenchanted with that. And I think that to really better ourselves and to become more just more intellectual, more individual, more progressive people, I think taking the economic burden off of us, I think that would go a long way to promote originality.
So the challenge for me isn't as great as some people. I did the first 2 years of my college education at a community college. I feel like that's really the only smart way to do this right now, because I saved thousands of dollars doing it that way. But now that I'm here at a four-year institution, I work 32 hours a week. It's really hard on me, especially with teachers don't expect you to. They don't seem to plan all the time for you to have all these other things you have to take care of. I've got family I have to take care of. My wife is $65,000 in debt now that she's done with her graduate program. It definitely takes away from my learning. I wake up in the morning, I gotta do homework before I go to work, so some of my assignments are rushed. I can't get everything in that I want to get done. Get home from work, I don't want to do homework. It's 8 hours of work. Nobody wants to come home and do that. It's the challenge for us as students now is it's becoming absurd with the amount that tuition is increasing.
I would say there are a couple ways that paying for school has affected my learning. I'd say the first one would be I would have to think realistically about what I want to do, which has kept me from applying to graduate school after I graduate. The other main one would be just like a lack of time to spend on my studies, simply because I have so much time that I have to devote to working at another job in order to pay my bills in addition to paying for school.
Okay. Well, paying for school has been really challenging for me because I don't work, and so I'm taking out mostly all loans, and so that's been kind of burdensome because I don't know how much debt I'm going to have after I graduate. So yeah, it's impacted my learning a lot because I have to think about how I'm going to pay for the credits and whether or not I can take summer classes, and if I can afford that, and if I can afford to take out more loans and financial aid. And so it's a fun process.
I think the challenge for paying for school has greatly impacted my stay here at Portland State University, just for the simple fact that it's made it a little bit more stressful and kind of inhibited my ability to focus in class because I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get the money to pay for classes. But I mean, other than stress, which I think is like the biggest problem,
Okay, so I'm one of those people who is kind of in that awkward in between. I don't get any kind of financial aid, but at the same time, my family can't necessarily afford to send me to school. And so I graduated from high school in 2008, and I've gone to college since then, and I still have another year, maybe even a little more, because it's been a struggle for my family to pay for school. So I happen to know that I'm a very well-educated person. I have a lot of potential. I'm doing a lot of cool things here on campus, and sometimes I see that my progress is hindered by the cost of education.
Okay, cool. The price of tuition. Okay, the price of tuition has affected me because as a student who's living at home, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about bills necessarily. But even under those circumstances, I'm always cognitive of the fact that I have, an education that I have to pay for by myself, seeing as how I don't have any scholarships or anything like that. So I'm completely under Fed aid, and that really motivates me to do well in class and stuff like that. But at the same time, it worries me because you have no certainty that you're going to be able to pay them off, because especially with the interest and stuff like that. So it's stressful at the same time as it is motivating.
We hope after you watching this video you have gained a better understanding of this issue and how it affects the lives of students. We also hope that this video has put a face on the problem.